welcome back to my channel. Today I have a massive book haul for you all. I've collected all of these over fall and winter. So this is many months of books. And these are just my physical books, not also my ebooks that I have gotten. So yeah, there's a lot here. If you like this type of video, please give this a thumb up and also hit subscribe down below. I have book hauls. I'm also doing books I read each month, and I will have other book content coming soon. Since there are so many here, I'm just going to show them. I'm not going to talk about each one, or we will be here all day long, and I don't think any of us want that. So let's get started. The first book I got was One Day in December by Josie Silver, and this one I believe I picked up at Walmart. I was just like, I've been hearing good things about it, and I am planning on reading this in December of 2021. Then I got Christ the Lord, The Road to Cana by Anne Rice. I love Anne Rice. I have all of the Vampire Chronicle books, and I have tons of her other books too. I love her. She's amazing. And yeah, I want to read this one. Oh, I picked this one up at Wonder Books. Then I'm going to show both of these because they're part of the same series. I believe they can be read to as standalones. I also got these from Wonder Books. I got The Snow Queen by Mercedes Lackey, and I got Fortune's Fool by Mercedes Lackey. This is a retelling, I believe, of The Little Mermaid, and this is a retelling of The Snow Queen. I've been wanting these for quite a while, and I got both of them for $2.98 at Wonder Books. So I saw them, I was like, yeah, I need those. So I can't wait to read these because I love fairy tales. As you will see this, it's mostly fairy tales, fantasy, and classics, I guess? That's pretty much what I read. Then, I'm actually kind of sad that I got these now. I didn't realize. The Amber House series that was written by Kelly Moore, Tucker Reed, and Larkin Reed. I bought Never Was, thinking it was the first book, even though it says book 2 on it. But they had it for $2.98 at Wonder Books, so I picked that up, and then I went and purchased this. And then I realized it was a trilogy, and the trilogy was never finished. So I now have 2 books of a series that I won't be able to find out what happens. So yeah, I'm a little torn about that. Probably won't be reading these anytime soon. I might unhaul them, but that was my bad for not doing my research first. So yeah, not finished. I wouldn't buy it if I were you. Don't make my mistake. Then, I love Marissa Marr and her fairy series. Ooh, so good. So I found out, the Wicked Lovely series, that's what it's called. I love her Wicked Lovely series. So she came out with Cold Iron Heart, which is a Wicked Lovely novel. And I saw this, and I had to have it because I just love the Wicked Lovely series so much. I also have another standalone fairy series of hers, and I have Desert Tales, which is, hopefully I'm going to read sometime this year because I need to catch up on Melissa Marr. I have tons of her books that I haven't read, and I don't know why because I love her so much. So yes, highly recommend her. Then, I got A Map of Days, Miss Peregrine, the fourth novel in the Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children series. So this one I got at Barnes & Noble. I got this from Amazon. Never Was I got from Wonder Books, and Amber House I got from Amazon. This one I got from Barnes & Noble. It was buy one get one 50% off, and I got The Lovely War. So I got those together. And yeah, I read the first 2 books and I haven't read the rest, so I need to get on that. Then I got Hunting Prince Dracula from Carrie Maniscalco. This is the second book of the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, which the first book I liked, but I didn't love it as much as I thought I would, so I'm hoping that it does get better. I'm hoping. I've heard good things. And I went and got this from Walmart, I believe. Yeah, I had purchased some things and I needed to throw something in my cart to get free shipping, so I decided on a book. Because, you know, books are amazing. And then, Then I got the Ant Trilogy. This is the third, like, sequel, the third spin-off of the Trill series by Amanda Hocking, which I love the Trill series. It is one of my favorite, like, trilogies ever. The second is the Canon Chronicles, Kanin. I'm on, I believe, the first or second book of that series. I need to get back to that. This is, Amanda Hocking is another one. I have tons of her books, and I'm way behind. Julie Kagawa, I have tons of her books, and I'm way behind. And I don't know why, because they're like my favorite, and when I read those books, they just make me so happy. But the first book is The Lost City. Then we have The Morning Flower, and The Ever After. And I believe I bought all of these at Barnes & Noble. I believe I went in there. I knew that they, like, released them really quick. It was like they came out, like, one a week. So I saw them and I was just like, mine, I need you. I just need to finish the Canon Chronicles so I can read these. I don't think you have to read the other trilogies to read these, but that's just me. I like reading in order, especially because I'm sure there'll be characters that are introduced. But yes, I am so excited to read this series, this trilogy. Then I got the time-traveling Fashionista and Cleopatra, Queen of the Nile. This, I believe, is also a trilogy. This is the final book. Yeah, I believe this is the final book. I also have the time-traveling Fashionista at the Palace of Marie Antoinette, and then they also have On Board the Titanic, so I just need the Titanic one. But if you watch my channel, you'll know I also love fashion, so books and fashion combined together, and time traveling? What? I haven't read this series yet. It's high up on my list, though, because, like I said, time traveling, fashion, books, like, it's ticking all the boxes here. This I actually got at Wonder Books for $3.98. I think I want to wait till I get the second book or the first book of this series before I read it, because I have a feeling once I start, I'm not going to want to stop. So, yes, I'm excited for this one too. Then I got The Boy Who Lost Fairyland by Catherine M. Valente. This, I believe, originally it's the girl who circumvented Fairyland in a ship of her own making. So I believe I have the first 3 of that, and now I have this one, and then I need that one. I haven't read any of them yet, but they are, like, about fairy tales, which is something I love. I don't know when I'll get to this series. They are all very short books, so it shouldn't take me that long at all. So I'm hoping to get to these soon, but between you and me, I shouldn't really be buying more books because I have thousands I haven't read, and yet I still buy more. It's a problem. But yeah, I do want to read this. I just don't know if I'm getting to it anytime soon, unfortunately. But it looks really good. Then I got People Like Her by Ellery Lloyd. This is a Goodreads First Reads win. It is a uncorrected proof, and I believe this was a December Book of the Month pick. So I'm a member of Book of the Month. A lot of booktubers like show them on their channels all the time, which convinced me to join. I'm glad I did not choose to get that as my pick. I actually got The Holidays, which is later on in my haul here. But I still was interested in it, so I entered the giveaway and I won. So I need to read this soon. I actually have a lot of Goodreads giveaways. I think I have like 6 right now that I've won that I haven't finished, so I'm being a bad reviewer, but we will get there. We will get there. Then, my very favorite book in the whole entire world that I have read 10 plus times, and no matter how many times I read it or watch the movies, I love it, is A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. It is the ultimate book for me. the ultimate. A lot of people know about The Secret Garden and love The Secret Garden, but they don't know about A Little Princess, and it is so much better. It is so good. I will talk about this book because it is my favorite and I want to promote this book because I love it. I actually have this in a tattered, beat up paperback version that I have read the 10 plus times. Then I also have the paper version again, but it's still sealed and it has like the locket. They like released, I think it was Penguin Books, I believe, released like this paperback classic series that had like little necklaces that went with the books. So I have one that I opened and then one that's still completely sealed like new. But then I was like, I love A Little Princess so much. I need to have like a nice edition of it. Like, I really would like a first edition of it, but I know that's going to be really expensive. And I have seen some of them at Wonder Books, but they're not in that great condition and they're like $25+ and not in that great condition. So I would one day love to have a first edition, but until then, I'm really happy with this. I believe this was $10 from Barnes & Noble, and it's got, I think it's leather bound, or it's faux leather bound, and it has the beautiful like gold edges. It's got the ribbon bookmark, and it actually has the original pictures from the book, like the first edition, which is really nice. So this is about Sarah Crewe. She's this little girl who has like this giant imagination, and she grew up in India, and her father wants to send her off to school to finishing school pretty much, to become a young lady. And while she's there, her father dies and he leaves her with nothing, or everyone believes he left her nothing. Well, his friend that he went into business with to purchase this diamond mine has actually gotten diamonds from it, and she is actually very, very, very wealthy, like even more wealthy than when she was sent to the school. And she, like, the girls are kind of, like, the girls at this finishing school are, like, in awe of her, because they're either in awe or they're jealous, because she got her own French maid. She had her own pony and carriage. She has this beautiful wardrobe of clothing. She's got this beautiful, like, doll that has its own wardrobe. And she's also really good at telling stories, and she's just so happy. And, like, I wanted to be Sarah Crewe. When I was a little girl, I still do. She is, like, one of the best book characters in characters, period. Like, she goes from having like everything to nothing. She becomes basically like a scullery maid and tutor for the finishing school that she's at. She's treated poorly, and she still like maintains this like wonder and this belief that, you know, things will get better. The world isn't that bad. And it's just such an amazing book. And if you haven't read it, I highly, highly suggest it. It's just so good. So good. Oh, I love it. I'm wanting to tear up because I love it so much. Well, because I love Frances Hodgson Burnett so much, and I love A Little Princess, and I love The Secret Garden, I wanted to get more of her books. So when I was at Wonder Books, I found The Rackety Packety House, which I believe this is like more for like a children, like obviously A Little Princess is for children, but I'm thinking this is for like younger children. But I haven't read this yet. I'm looking forward to it. But it's very much like a picture book. And I believe it's about dolls. Yeah, it's about dolls, which Sarah believes that her doll comes to life when she's out of the room. And this, I think, is playing on that, where the dolls are actually coming to life when the owners aren't in the room. So I'm looking forward to that. And then this, I got Little Lord Fauntleroy, which I remember borrowing this book back when I was like in middle school, and I tried reading it and I just couldn't get through it. It was kind of dry. But this is the book that kind of made Frances Hodgson Burnett known. And then she went on to write like The Secret Garden and The Little Princess. I'm hoping this one I'll be able to get through it better, because it does have like pictures in it, where the other one was very much it was less like a picture book and more just like a novel. So I'm hoping, I want to give this another go, and hopefully I can love this just as much as the other books. Then I got Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas, and this I believe I also picked up from Amazon. But this is like a prequel to They Hate You Give, and this is about Star's, is that her name? I believe it was Star's father and mother, and things that happened before the Hate You Give book. And I've been hearing really great things about it, so I'm hoping to read this soon. I'm actually hoping... I'm actually in several book clubs on Goodreads, so I'm hoping this will come up to encourage me to read it quicker. Then, I think this is for my January book of the month. I did this as an add-on, The Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've heard amazing things about this book. I've been kind of eyeing it. I was thinking about buying the ebook. I also had like seen it in Walmart and at Wegmans, but I never picked it up. And then Book of the Month Club had it as an add-on for $9.99. I was just like, I'll take it. So I don't know how quickly I'll get to this because this isn't normally something that I'd read, because I do prefer like young adult and like fairy tale and fantasy and like rom-coms, but I do really want to read it because so many people are like, it's amazing. So, yes. Then I got The Chess Queen Enigma, which is the third book of the Stoker and Holmes novels. And I thought I had ordered the paperback, but I got the hardback. So now I'm going to have like paperback, hardback, which kind of annoys me a little bit. But it's whatever. I believe I got this one also from Amazon used in good condition. This is basically a direct continuation of the second book, so I want to get to this soon because I read the second book, I believe it was like December, so I need to get on this. And there's 5 books total in the series, and it is complete. Then I got The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy by Mackenzie Lee. This is the sequel to The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, which I did enjoy that book. I didn't love it, but I did like it, and this is about the sister who I actually did really like her character. So I'm really excited for this book because she's kind of very much like an independent tomboy who kind of wants to go to college and she wants to learn. She doesn't want to like get married and have a family and like settle down. Like she's a modern woman. So I'm really looking forward to reading this, and the third book comes out, I believe it's in May or June, so I really want to get this read before that comes out so I can kind of keep up with it. So, yes. Then I got These Violent Delights, which is apparently a retelling of Romeo and Juliet set in Shanghai during the 1920s. Everyone's raving about it. This was my add-on for the December book of the month. And I'm hoping to get to this soon. This is by Chloe Gong, and I've heard amazing things. I love Romeo and Juliet. I love Shakespeare. I love people coming together against all odds to be together. I'm hoping it's a happy ending versus the Shakespeare version, the original version, which is a tragedy. I'm hoping this actually turns out good. So, yes. And then I got In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. I ordered this. This was my December pick for the Book of the Month Club, and it ended up not coming till like the middle of January, like a week before my January box came. So I wasn't able to read this during the holidays, so I'm going to hang on to this until December of next year. So I'm looking forward to reading this, but since it's a holiday book, I don't want to read it during the holidays. So I'm going to hang on to this. But yet again, heard great things. Everyone was raving about it. So I have high expectations. Then, this is a throwback. Such a throwback. I think this is the last book. Maybe not. I know I have like 4 more books that I need to get for the series, but I didn't have this one. This is Daylighters by Rachel Kane, and it's part of the Morganville Vampire series. This series came out like during the big like vampire craze when like there was Twilight and the House of Night and the Vampire Academy, but I don't feel like this series got the love that it deserved. The first book, they're also very short books, I will say that too. The first book, The Glass House. I got The Glass House back at Walden Books? I believe it was the branch off of Borders. It was Walden Books. I went there and I'd spend my, what's it called? My allowance there. And I'd like buy a book like every other week. But I got the glass house, and I had actually started a job, so I had money at that point. And I read it, and I finished it, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need the next book. What's gonna happen? Like all the books end on a cliffhanger, which it just keeps you, like, the momentum going. You want to keep reading the series. It's so good. So good. I don't know why I haven't finished it yet. I think I read, like, the first 8. I read, like, the first 8 books, and then I have more, but I guess I was just reading so many vampire books at that time, like, it just kind of got lost. But I'm hoping to get all of the books and, like, finish reading them because I love this series so much. So much. I got this one at Wonder Books for $4.95, which isn't bad. Then I got Wayfair by Alexandra Bracken. This is the second book in... What is the series called? I think this is a duology. The first book is Passenger, and the second book is Wayfair. And I enjoyed Passenger. I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to, but I did still enjoy it. So when I saw this, it was $9.98 at Wonder Books. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to pick it up because it's $9.98 and I have the first book. And I'm one of those people, I don't really DNF a series. If I start a series, I will continue it. I will force myself through it. It might take me years, but I will get through it because I want to know what happens. Even if I don't care, I still want to know what happens, which I'm a completionist. But no, I did enjoy Passenger. It's not like I don't want to read it, but it wasn't like amazing. It's not my favorite series. But I am looking forward to reading this one. I just don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Then, I'm super excited for this one. To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. This is the writer who wrote Aragon. Yes, Aragon. That series, which was so good. And then they made the movie that people hated. I personally liked the movie. I didn't think they did an amazing job. But at least I didn't cry when it was over about them destroying it. I'm a little hesitant about this one, though. Because his, the one that, Aragon is obviously like high fantasy. But I'm not that much. If you watched my Everything I Read in 2020, you will have known that all of the sci-fi that I read, I didn't really like, and I forced myself through. So it's hit or miss. The sci-fi that I like is more so like people on a ship, like trying to survive. Like, I really liked Illuminae by... I don't know, it's like Illuminae, Obsidio... and it's like a mixed media book. I really enjoyed that series. And is it Across the Universe? I like spaceship theme. Like, I'm a bigger fan of like Star Trek than I am of Star Wars. So I'm hoping I enjoy this one because I do love the Aragon series. So I'm hoping that I will like his style of science fiction. So I'm hoping to read this one soon. Maybe April or May. But I'm so excited, but at the same time I'm scared because I don't really like sci-fi. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And then my last two are the second and third books in the Rosewood Chronicles by Connie Glenn. So I got Princess in Practice and The Lost Princess. I'm kind of upset that the books don't match. I think because this is the US edition and I think this is the UK edition. And the first book I have is the UK edition. So, yeah. But if you didn't know, Connie Glenn is, or was a YouTuber. I don't think she's posted anything in a really long time. And this is about a princess who goes to school undercover. And then someone else pretends to be the princess to kind of protect her. And there's like it almost seems like a throuple going on. I know some people were complaining because they were saying the relationship between the main characters wasn't appropriate for children. I was getting those vibes in the first book, but it didn't really bother me. Where the second and third books I haven't read yet, so I don't know how that's gonna go. But it's about a princess, so obviously if you can't tell, I love princesses. I love all things like girly, and I enjoyed the first book, so yeah. And I think there's only going to be 4 books. The 4th and final book is coming out soon, so I wanted to make sure I grabbed these, and then I might like do like, I don't know, should I do like a readathon or like a reading vlog? I don't personally watch those because they are usually really long, so I haven't really watched one to see exactly what people do during a readathon or you know, where they vlog, where they read, you know, because I know some people are like, oh, 24-hour readathon. I cannot stay awake for 24 hours. I cannot. I hit about hour 18 and you'd think I was drunk. Not that I've ever been drunk in my life, but if I was drunk, that's probably how I would act. Because I am loopy, incoherent, I laugh at everything. So I don't think I'd ever make it to 24 hours. But maybe like a reading weekend or something. I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know if that's something that you'd like to see. You know, if that's something you enjoy. Do you like longer videos? Do you like shorter videos? I know I've noticed that generally booktube videos are longer. They're usually between like 20 and 40 minutes. Occasionally they'll have like a 10-minute, but usually it seems like they're longer. So, you know, give me your opinion. Are any of these books, like, have you gotten any of the books I mentioned recently? Are you excited to read any of these? You know, let me know down below what you've thought about any of these. And if you think there's some that I said, oh, I'm not that interested in, but you think that I should really up it on the list, let me know. And thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!